Welcome back to the channel. We're here doing some Warhammer 40k. This is Rogue Trader, and you know we're moving along. So we're gonna head to the map and probably head down to planet side, which is Dargonus. So we need to scan it here. That looks weird. I don't know what that means. So what is that? Well, I don't even know what this is. Von Valencia's palace. So this is Dargonus. I guess we'll go here. We need to take Heinrichs with us, so we're going to leave Pascal behind. I think. Let's just. I'll make sure there's nothing I'm missing here. I mean, I've got a lot of... Okay. Alright, so let's head down. We're gonna leave Pascal behind. He's pretty good. He's pretty good to have with us, I think. But we're gonna go this route. We need a level. And I need to make sure he has the best gear for himself. Oh, okay. People talking, that's never a good sign. I get attacked everywhere I land. I'm gonna get attacked here. Emperor protects. Welcome home, your lordship. The stately woman, pushing for a graceful courtesy. Her short graying hair does obscure stern features. I am Clementria Worserian, court chancellor of Von Valencia's dynasty. So is she related to Abelard? On behalf of all Dargonus, please accept my deepest condolences in the untimely passing of Theodora von Valencius. Her departure is a terrible blow to us all, but as one star expires, another always flares to life. And although still overcome with bitterness and grief, your subjects hope that you will become the trade dynasty's guiding light in these trying times. Clementia. She nods in return. He offers a reserved nod. She nods in return, and the lines on his brow soften ever so slightly. So, yep. Young man quickly brings the respirator to his burnt face and bows his head courteously. His raven black hair veils his burns and skull implants, and his thin metal fingers creak quietly as he offers a welcoming gesture. Achilles Scalander, Secretary of the Administratum Department. I hope your journey to Dargonus was not darkened by unwanted troubles. And may you remain merciful to us until the end of time. Does your lordship wish to survey the grounds, or perhaps we could state your curiosity by answering your questions you might have with the governor? Urban Travestim has been notified of your arrival in Dargonus and will visit the palace shortly. The preparations for the official visit are well in hand, but your lordship still has plenty of time before the meeting. You say your last name. You're correctly, your lordship, I am of House Worsarian, Lord Abelard's granddaughter and direct descendant. Oh. Chancellor Worsarian has held her position on the Blombless's court for many years. She earned Lord Captain Theodore's respect through acts of great perseverance. There's no room for doubt. Blood had nothing to do with it. Thank you, Lord Captain. Why isn't the governor here? She would greet me. Apologies, your lordship. Governor Drivestems is on the other side of the world. By the administrative palace of Dargonis. We sent word as soon as you enter the system, but it takes time to travel great distances of your domain. Chancellor Worsarian appears unruffled, but you cannot shake the thought that the governor's lateness is a subtle political gesture designed to test the limits of what's acceptable when it comes to interacting with a rogue trader. I dressed for the meeting. Where are my chambers? They are very close, just down the hall. That is where the study and the audience chamber are. Achilles' face brightened with a pearly white smile, restoring some of his former good looks. Lady Theodora's study has remained locked since her last departure, but on account of your arrival, we arranged for it to be tidied up. It is ready whenever you may need it. I apologize for my bluntness, but I have a request to make. Perhaps before the meeting takes place, the illustrious Lord Captain can spare a few minutes for a conversation with me. I'm certain that you will find my report on the state of affairs on the Blombless's Protectorate most useful. Alright. Oh, am I by myself? I don't like being by myself. Because you're gonna get attacked everywhere I go. I was hoping to level up before... I guess I could now, probably, I don't know. Let's go ahead and level him up. Inspire. Okay, that's not terrible. Huh. Fervor. Huh. Yeah, he doesn't do damage. I think we're gonna do this one. That one seems pretty good. Alright, so now let's see. We need to do his. Huh. I mean, that sounds like just a kind of a no-brainer there. With willpower. Alright, devastating attack. Reckless rush. Hmm. Alright, let's do that one. We're gonna do that. Alright. Call the bold. Okay, that's an interesting one. So you basically end it early and then you get it back. Alright, I think this one we want first. And I mean, I think this is pretty good. Alright. I think we can go ahead and take that. Defensive stance. That doesn't sound too bad. It costs 2 AP though. Do I have 2 AP to spend? Probably not. We're gonna take that. Let's take athletics. Alright. Save it, because I get attacked. Von Valancius's palace. Von Valancius palace. Alright. Is this the palace? Yeah, I guess so. Where is it? I must be outside the palace. I don't know. I'm confused. Can he pass this tech chest? Who knows? Looks like he can. Okay, so I think I did I not do that already? I don't know. Because it loaded the screen just like this. Yeah, oh. I kind of wish this would move a little faster. Okay, so where is... Where is that? Where am I supposed to talk to the guy at? Here, maybe? Oh, wow. It takes... That's crazy. It takes... You can do an area for 3 AP, or you can do a single shot for 3 AP. Well, I don't know where I'm supposed to talk to the guy at. Waiting in the throne room. Did I see him in the throne room? I don't think I saw him in the throne room.
Peculiar thing.
Wait, what's peculiar? Oh. Oh wow, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Hopefully some good stuff. I mean, that's not really that great stuff. Again, not terribly impressive. It's not terrible. Right, see what the first thing was. Secret room is remarkably quiet and almost homely. Perhaps your predecessor used it when she thought complete solitude. Listening to the muted melody coming from the box speaker, you can easily imagine Theodore reading a book with a glass of expensive wine in hand. Alarms had sounded. Worship's chambers will be eliminated. It's me. Okay. That was weird. I guess we'll talk to her. Your Lordship. For a Chancellor of the Rogue Trader, she is dressed rather simply. A parade doublet, polished boots, and a comfortable cloak. She bears a saber of a gilded scabbard. Whether for a show or protection, one cannot say. Only her ring with the Western coast of arms indicates she is in the highest social stratum. The governor is waiting on the periphery of the palace. Please let me know when you'd like to see him. Sharp gaze impeccably straight, the composure for a moment you feel like you're looking at a younger version of Abelard himself, not his heir. Judging by the scars on the exposed parts of her body, Clementia saw her fair share of combat prior to assuming the position as Chancellor. Simply put, I am your trade representative. Any and all decrees, deals, official communication, and meetings are first reviewed by me and then forwarded to you and from you down the hierarchy. My preview also includes overseeing your lordship's property, the palace, the estates, the many gardens, and the diminishes on Dargonis you have inherited from Lady Theodora. Whenever you are present in Dargonis, consider me your personal secretary. All deals and important decisions are made here in the capital. Many years ago, our ancestor of Lady Theodora signed an agreement with the Adeptus Administratum, which allowed for efficient management of the world and neighboring systems. In accordance with the decree, a share of the planet's population was assigned to the Administratum and converted to servitor scribes. They now toil across the entire planet. Dargonis is also the seat of several noble families who run all major planets in the Protectorate. I may express my not so humble opinion, they care very little about who exactly stands at the helm. Those Piranhas think that their own profits are just as much as they do about the prosperity of their Protectorate itself, if not more. And lastly, Dargonis has its own fleet, a luxury unavailable to the vast majority of other worlds in your realm. In addition to warships, the Protectorate also employs privateer ships, which are used to transport cargo between worlds. Unfortunately not this time. Your lordship, after a few representatives of the Adeptus Astra Telepathica on Dargonis went into a frenzy, some of the Psychers were tragically pacified by the respective authorities. Since then, communications with the neighboring systems has been unreliable at best. Thanks be to the master of mankind that you managed to find your way to the capital. Over the many centuries, the intric hierarchy has formed within the ruling elite of Dargonis. The great houses do more than plunder your treasury. It is replenished, by a large degree thanks to their administrative work and their lands. Naturally, you can get rid of anyone whom you consider surplus to requirements. Right now, if you could threaten their fragile stability that is currently holding their protectorate together. Apart from disrupted communications, Dargonis was recently raided by enemies of humanity. However, the fleet under the command of Captain Marthius Uzerin triumphed over the accursed Xenos. If you ask for my opinion on the matter, we have the situation completely under control. You catch her avoiding your gaze just for a moment. For the first time, it's obvious that Clementia is looking out for her house's good name, but despite the confidence in her tone, you can tell that she does not entirely believe her own words. Urban drive stem is a well-respected man, and not just on Dargonis, but throughout the Protectorate. For many centuries, the South has supported the capital's administration and the logistics between the Von Valencia systems. The drive stem's efforts secured years of order and prosperity for Dargonis. What's more, Lady Theodora personally insisted that Lord Urban specifically be made the next governor. No, I don't believe I feel either, your lordship. Clementia stilly eyes staring in the distance, her jaw clenching visibly. She speaks in a polite but clipped manner, clearly flustered by your insight. We have different views of how to run a world. We sometimes have discussions over laws that are enacted, but we both work for the good of the Von Valencia's Protectorate. That much can be said without a doubt. I serve the Von Valencia's Protectorate. Your worship. Why not at all, your worship? Secretary Scalander is an outstanding individual and a loyal servant of the Von Valencia's dynasty. In Lady Theodora's absence, we collaborated on a number of issues related to her well-being in her domain. He's proven himself quite capable. And I don't know why, but even the governor trembles before Kilias, which is unusual for a man of his, shall we say, standing. Sir, your lordship, I do not concern myself with the governor's feelings, but I must warn you, your action or inaction may be interpreted in a certain way. Now, if your lordship will excuse me. Where do I meet with him at? That's the question. There's Heinrichs. Audience hall. Oop. Where's the audience hall? I guess downstairs. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to talk to him first. Slender figure clad in robes made from expensive fabric shudders from violent coughing. Pressing gilded respirator to his face, the man takes several deep breaths. Achilles, it's been many moons. I hope my cousin is feeling well. She's in good health. She sends her regards to you, as well as her wishes for your swift return. For as long as the stars shine in the sky, my vigil continues. So it does. Your insight deserves credit, Lord. Then again, I expected nothing less of Theodore von Valencia's successor. Let me introduce Achilles Scanlander property. In addition to his duties as Secretary of the Administrative, he acts as an agent of the Golden Throne under my aegis. Master Scanlander is transferred into my remit as a colleague who is engaged in other matters in the Koronus Expanse. I'm sure you'll find Achilles' services useful, especially when dealing with the schemes of humanity's foes within the border protectorate. Greetings, Lord Malachi von Valencius. Let me once again express my deepest condolences for the loss of Lady Theodora. I will do everything I can to track down and destroy all of Kunrad Voigtbeer's accomplishments on the capital world. Word of his treason reached Darkonis too late. Kunrad came to the planet and left it almost immediately, once he has sown discord in the minds of the gullible and naive. The worst of the rumors he started was that you were the one responsible for Lady Theodora's sudden demise. Of course, your loyal subjects did their best to skin alive any who showed signs of doubt, but it seemed unlikely that the wardens got everyone who was allowed doubt into their hearts, and now nurtures it in secret. Officially, I'm a secretary of the World's Administrative Department. Less officially, I'm afraid I can't disclose even that to you. In short, I collect and investigate reports of heresy taking root on upstanding planets of humanity. Above all else, I am concerned with the Xenos threat that hangs over the entire Koronus Expanse, including your protectorate. Sadly, my mission was complicated by the recent war disturbances. I'm still trying to re-establish contact with many of my agents. The residents of the local systems are no strangers to skirmishes with enemies humanity, but recently the loathsome beasts seem to have completely flown off the handle. We're receiving reports from ships that made it through the warp to Darkonis. Both they and their colonies that have departed are being attacked. We've identified a breed of Xenos that pose a threat, the Drukari. Humanity's ancient and insidious foe. Be vigilant in your travels. The Xenos will undoubtedly attract a road trader's ship should they find the circumstances to be in their favor. Unfortunately, in the host of humanity, there are those who are willing to grovel before enemies in the hopes of a valuable reward. You may be interested to know that we are on the trail of such heretics. Overwhelming evidence indicates that the marauded void station in Langren's belt is being used as a base of pirates who are not above dealing with Xenos. It was unable to persuade the Chancellor of the need to dispatch a ship there, but perhaps she would like to pay a courtesy call to these scoundrels herself. My knowledge is deplorably limited, Your Lordship. All my attention has been focused on tracking Xenos activity. I'm certain that Master von Michaelox can tell you more about the heretics than I can. Yes, whom you truly serve. Who I said heretics. And whom does the rogue trader serve? The Golden Throne, the Protectorate? Could it be that one stems from the other? And if so, is there any sense in discussing it? I can understand the desires of the rogue trader to have everything under control, yet I am not at liberty to use classified information related to the interrogator's agents in whatever way I see fit. There's no point in pressing my agents. None of them would reveal such vital information, especially not in my presence. That's all I wanted to. The questions to ask. About 5 years ago, there was an accident. Several tanks of promethium exploded in the storehouse on my estate, and I was buried alive in the rubble. The Emperor preserved my soul, and in the skilled position of Darkonis saved my body, except for my lungs, with which I have to part. I presume the incident wasn't intent to my life, but the identity of whoever was behind it remains a mystery. I've already forwarded all unofficial reports to Essential. As for the conversation we're having right now, I would trust any paper or data slate of this contents. You see, Lady Theodora, may the Emperor have mercy on her soul, was perfectly aware of Darkonis' political environment. You, however, have only just arrived in the capital world, and I thought it would be best to bring you up to speed. Frankly, the nobles of Darkonis, much like the nobles of most worlds, are akin to spiders in a jar, ready to pounce on whoever is the weakest, or whomever they say be the weakest. The nobles of Darkonis are well-respected, rich, and powerful individuals who Lady Theodora helped favor for many years and found ways to rise above the rest by diligently serving the road trader. Every family pursues its own selfish interests, and each one expects that the transition of power they will retain and even add to the lands and wealth. The families I would recommend giving particular attention to are the drive stems, the Gaprex, the Sauerbachs, and I should also mention the Berserins. Not a noble house per se, but a family that was part of Lady Theodora's inner circle, to the Blue Blood's great displeasure. Drastens are an ancient governor's house of Darkonis. Predictably, the greater the wealth von Bliss's protective it, the fuller their coffers grow. Their reputation is flawless except for one detail. We have evidence that urban Drastens rivals seem to have misfortune of regularly falling victims to Xenos raids. I find that these attacks are always a little too advantageous for the Drastens. We like solid proof, and it may never surface. The closer the official is a rogue trader, the braver and safer they feel. I would just like to remind everyone that rubbing soldiers with Xenos is heresy. That can be overlooked only in the case of the von Valencia's heir, not his servant. The Gatebricks hail from a remote forge world, and among their distant relatives there are many servants of the Messiah, and the house itself is close to the cult of the Tactician Mechanicus, both in spirit and in their business connections. The Gatebricks oversaw the industrial shipment within your protectorate until recently. Ever since the astropathic communication with Giovanna Gamma was severed, they've been quite concerned about the security of the planet placed in their care. Religious and hardworking, the Sauerbachs own many enterprises, including distillation manufactorums that produce promethium. I must note that lately members of the Sauerbach family have been prone to overly liberal statements about the von Valencia's dynasty. They believe that Lady Theodora is a bit too keen to leave her world without proper oversight. Let's know more about the Warsarians. The Warsarians are the line founded by Lady Theodora Essential and such are normally considered nobility, at least from the standpoint of the Imperial Navy, from which Lord Abelard hails. On Argonis, however, their position is precarious. Firstly, they were never granted an official title, a process which has been impeded for decades by the old houses of Argonis. Secondly, the other families do not see them as equals, but more as upstarts clinging to the rogue traders' favor. The Warsarians are responsible for the capital world's fleet and the majority of the cargo shipments domestic route. After hearing all that, I feel the urge to have each one of these segments. Oh my god. There was your lordship, and this time it concerns the main reason for their presence on the planet. Xenos and the threat they pose both you and humanity as a whole. Last few months have been difficult for the people who report to me. My eyes and ears scattered throughout the Koronus Expanse. Warp disturbances, astropaths, overcome with madness, ships disappearing into Imperium. Many of my observers and contacts have gone dark or have been killed by some calamity or other. Still, I managed to establish communication with some key individuals who were able to warn me about incoming threats, including Xenos raids. It is within my power to supply you with intelligence on where and when Xenos will strike next. I do not doubt the Governor Draftstem will beg your protection against the Xenos and in this fight. The information from my contacts will serve you well. I beseech you, Malka. If you ever report a threat looming over a ship or planet, do not dismiss it. If I ever report a threat looming over a ship or planet, do not dismiss it. Sometimes it will take an intervention from a rogue trader and his mighty voidship to avert disaster. Alright. According to the message I received a few minutes ago, Governor Driftstem is arrived in court. The Chancellor is already prepared to arrange the meeting. All that's left is notify her that you already see her event. Alright. I think this is probably a good time to end this video because it's a wordy one. It's definitely a wordy one. Less action, more words. So anyway, it's a good time to end it, and appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you next time.